Okay, what you're saying, people, and welcome back to another live stream. Now, before we get into this, make sure you join me on my Telegram channel. I left a link to that in the live chat and in the description below. So we post a lot of different trading setups throughout the week, and you don't want to be missing out on that. So make sure you go check it out. But like I said, got another live stream. I'm going to talk you through what's happening in the charts, different opportunities coming up, and just see where the pairs are going for today. So I'm going to start with AUD USD. And you can see with this one, we did have a push to the downside, but then early this morning we're looking bullish again. We're back up to the same highs of resistance, as you can see here. Previous resistance there, push to the downside, resistance there, push to the downside. Now we'll come back up to that same area, and obviously if I extend this across, you can see it was acting as resistance all the way over here. So we did get a big move to the downside from that same area, but we are looking bullish again. So there is potential for us to potentially go and break through this area and go higher. As you can see on the daily chart, we did wick into this area of the market all the way up here. So again, there is an area for the market to go higher. Bias is still to the downside for this one though, so only looking for selling opportunities. As you can see, we are looking still bullish, so when we want to be getting to the market now with those bullish candles closing at 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. On the 4-hourly, so I won't be looking to short the market for AUD/USD as of yet, but we'll have my eye open. You can see we're at a really nice level in the market, so we can easily just get another push in. Strong bearish candles coming back from that level, and you can see a nice swing to the downside, potentially going testing the lows that we had all over here, or potentially going even lower. We've got the 200 average not too far away as well, so bias is still to the downside, but like I said, there is still room for price to go higher. And again, you do have the wicks all up there on the daily time frame, so price might want to go and test that area, potential double top sort of thing. So there's still upside potential, and if that's the case, we'll be looking for selling opportunities up there. But do have some really strong resistance where we are now for those wicks on the daily, and you can see we're right into it now, so we'll be looking for shorts. But as of yet, we are still looking bullish, so we'll be waiting patiently for that. Euro USD still looking a little bit bullish, as you can see. Again, 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. close, still looking bullish to the upside. Again, we are still at that resistance that we've been at for some time now, as you can see here, all the way through there, resistance all the way. You see since September, so resistance all the way there, push the downside, resistance again, push the downside, resistance again, push the downside. Now we're back at that same area, so as like price is respecting this area quite well, but potentially could be seeing a break of it before we do get a push lower. On the daily time frame, you can see similar situation to AUD/USD. You can see prices wick into the area all the way up here. So again, there's still room for price to move higher. You can see with that wick, price might want to go fill it now and go and test that area, or maybe give us a false breakout or some situation like that. So there is room to the upside, but again, really strong air resistance. You can see in the daily time frame, holding price below it for quite some time now. So could easily see another move to the downside. So if you do get some strong bearish candles come back into the market, give us some nice price action. Could again look for some short trades. Bias is only to the downside for this one, only looking for sells. Again, we can get another move back to this previous support in the market, or maybe the 200 average not too far away, and potentially we can go a lot lower than that. On the daily time frame, you can see we do have some support all the way down here. So again, kind of got price moving up and down for USD, no real clear direction as to up and down. We can just see they are kind of just moving sideways. So if we do get a nice push to the downside, potentially could break through that area and go and test the lows that we have all the way down there. So there's a lot of downside potential, but if you do go and break through that resistance that we're currently at, again, we could potentially go and test the areas up there where we do wick into on the daily chart. So again, still looking bullish on the 4-hourly time frame as of yet. So again, could easily see a break of that area and potentially price go higher. So we'll be looking out for the selling opportunities, but if we don't, again, price could easily push higher. So eyes on USD, but as of yet, still looking bullish. GPUSD, we're still in that channel on the 4-hourly time frame. As you can see here, you got a nice little channel looking at the highs of price and the lows. So again, nice little channel and kind of potential double top sort of area right now. We do have a long wick on the 4-hourly time frame. That price looks like it's coming to test. So again, you can see that long wick there, and if I kind of create a zone with the wicks and the bodies there, you can see a really big zone where potentially price could look to find some resistance and head back down. You can see we're not too far away from that upper trend line. You can see initial test there, second there, third there of those wicks. So not too far from a third test of that trend line, or maybe that resistance either. So if we get some strong bearish price action for GBUSD and the 4 hourly, could potentially look to shorten the market. And again, we could potentially see a nice swing to the downside, go test the previous support where we had the push the upside from, or potentially go lower with the 200 moving average not too far away. And of course, you've got the lower trend line there on the 4 hourly with this channel. So we could easily see another swing to the downside, go and test the channel. And if we break through there, again, we've got a lot more room to the downside to move to. We've got support all the way along here, price want to go and test, of course, and we've got support all the way down there. So a lot of downside potential, but we are still looking bullish. So when we're looking to get into some shorts straight away, but definitely GBUSD biases to downside and only for shorts. And we're coming up to a really nice area, so potential double top is on the cards if you do get some strong bearish price action coming up. So we'll be looking out for that at 2 p.m. when the next 4H candle closes. USD CAD, this one's still looking bearish, as you can see here on the daily time frame. We have previous support running through the market here, previous support there, big move to the downside, held the market held there. Then we got a nice push to the upside. Now we're back at that same area, had a nice push to the upside, bit of a false breakout in the low time frames, and now from then we're starting to look bearish again. So could potentially see price remain bearish and go and test that area, like I said during my live stream yesterday. So that is still on the cards. You can see the support down there, and we'll be acting as support there as well. So you can see with the 10 a.m. candle as well, still looking bearish. So yeah, there is room to move to the downside and potentially go find some support in this area. Again, it is daily support, so it does have a little bit more significance, and we could potentially get another swing to the upside. Probably look to target the 200 moving average down the 4 hourly, or the previous high that we made up here. So again, some nice upside potential, but again, still looking bearish. Not really interested in any selling opportunities with USD CAD as of yet. So there's room to move lower, but when we get into any USD CAD trades, USDJPY is looking very bearish, and we could potentially be seeing another break out of our daily level that we had through the market here. As you can see, this is our daily level here, support there, support, broke through with the false breakout, closed back above, and you can see with the current daily candle we are looking bearish and could potentially close below it. You can see a little bit better on the 4 hourly chart. You can see we're just breaking straight through that level. We'll expect maybe a nice test of it and maybe price to bounce up, but you can see we just remain bearish completely, and price is continuing to the downside. So like I said, if you do see a break of that, there's room to move to the downside and potentially go and test the lows all the way down here. So again, this is where we had the vaccine news coming to the market. We saw that big push to the upside, so it will be acting as daily support. And again, you can see we clearly do have some nice bearish momentum building up, so potentially could see price fall even lower and potentially go and test that same area. So again, that could be a nice place to look for longs, maybe a double bottom on the cards after that big impulsive move. So yeah, we'll be looking for longs, but as of yet, kind of a little bit of middle nowhere. We just broke through that support there, and they'll be acting as resistance now, and of course we've got the support down there. So eyes on this area in the market down here, and could really see a nice move to the upside for USDJPY, but still waiting for price probably to move a little bit lower and get to that nice area of support. USDCHF doing a similar thing to USDJPY, but obviously not as bearish. Like I said, we do have a trend line in the market that's keeping us in that downtrend, as you can see here. Connect the previous highs there, test there, second test there, third test there, and still price is moving to the downside, although it is moving quite correctly. You can see we had a big push, so probably still treating this as a retrace and expecting a break of that trend line and price to go higher. We do have a daily support moving through the market like so. And yeah, I'll get onto Euro JPY. Let me just finish up with USDCHF. So USDCHF, again, bias is still to the upside, but again, not really in any place of value here. Again, you do have the daily support all the way down there. You get support there, so really nice place if we would move to lower, but again, there's a lot of room for that to happen. Again, if I measure that, again, it's about almost 100 pips, so a lot of room to the downside, but potentially could see price reverse before that, although probably not really interested in that move there. Probably want to be taking my trades from all the way down here. So bias is still to the upside, still going to be expecting a break of that trend line from a daily point of view, and if you do get that break on the daily time frame, of course, you can go and test the previous highs up there, or maybe the 200 moving average not too far away, or the potential previous support here extend that across, we'll be acting as resistance there as well. So got some nice upside potential for USDCHF. Again, still looking bearish on the daily and 4 hourly time frame, so no trades for us at the moment. Next, I'll take a look at Euro JPY. Now Euro JPY again still moving to the downside here. You can see big push to the upside from there, which has been trickling down. So again, still looking bearish, but again not the best momentum you want to see on the move to the downside. We did have this trend line moving through the market here, so I connect the previous highs. Again, you can see we kind of just respected that trend line and just been moving to the downside from it. And if we connect the lows down here, again you've got a lower trend line. So a little bit of a channel on the 4H time frame. As you can see, you've got the lows, you've got the highs there. So it looks like we're just trickling down to the downside for Euro JPY. We do have really nice support all the way down here. Potentially price could be heading to, again still quite far away though. We do have a nice key level running through the market here, which could provide some support in the market. As you can see, resistance all along here, support, support, resistance, resistance. So we'll be acting as support. So again, a really nice key level that's acted as support and resistance throughout the recent price in this market for UJPY. So potentially could see price maybe trickle a bit more and then give us another push to the upside potentially. Or if you do see price go and break through this level, again that will become resistance. Could see price go and retest it and continue a lot lower. So again, bias is not really clear for UJPY because you can see the low momentum in the market. But if we were to break through this again, there's a lot of room to move lower, potentially going to test this area. But if you do have a nice bounce from this area again, could potentially see price reverse and give us another move to the upside, go test the trend line again, or potentially go and test the resistance that we have up there. As you can see, we did wick into it with that big bullish candle. So again, there is room to the upside for Euro JPY, but we do have some strong support not too far away. So again, that probably play a key role to whether we're looking to the upside or to the downside for Euro JPY. If we did break through it again, because see price go a lot further, but we did get a nice bounce again, could be on our way back to go test the trend line up there, or potentially test the resistance not too far away all the way up here. So I hope that helped with the Euro JPY analysis. Next, we're going to take a look at GP JPY. This one's still moving sideways, not too much momentum in this pair. Again, similar to GP USD, we do have a little bit of channel going through the market, although we did have a bit of a false breakout. As you can see there, price broke out, was moving sideways a little bit, then came back down. So again, bit of a false breakout, still looking bearish with that big move, but from then on just moving sideways. And probably expect price to break either to the upside or to the downside here. If you break to the downside, again, probably be expecting a lower test of the trend line here. Initial test there, second there, could be looking for a third. Or we see price break back to the upside, probably good price can come up and test the trend line again, or potentially go and test the resistance up here. So bias, however, is to the downside for this one, but because we're moving sideways, it's quite hard to tell which way price could go. Again, really strong area resistance on the daily time frame. Had a nice test there, pushed the downside, broke back above. Again, treating that as a false breakout, but you can see we didn't really create some higher highs there. We just broke to the upside, and then next few candles were back below that same resistance. So false breakout there. Price went to go and retest that same area, and from then on, we saw price would get rejected quite nicely on the daily and just be moving sideways. So again, that could just be price moving sideways in order just to have some correction and then continue to the downside. So that could be the case, but again, moving sideways, hard to tell which way price will break out to. Not really looking to get into the market that's looking like that. So again, if we get another move to the upside, potentially give us another double top to retest the trend line, give us some strong bearish price action, that could be a nice space to capitalize on. But for GPJPY, I won't be getting into the market whilst it's moving sideways like that. Next, we'll take a look at NZD USD. This one's still looking quite bullish, as you can see, with that 10 AM close, just broke through that resistance that we had in the market. I was looking for a potential double top maybe, but then you can see we did get price moving slowly to the downside, not really convincing there. And then the early candles this morning, 6 AM and the 10 AM, just pushed to the upside. So again, still looking bullish for 10 AM. I mean, for NZD USD. You can see on the daily there, still moving to the upside. Again, we do have this channel running through the market. We connect the lows and connect the highs of price. So again, I did say price hasn't quite tested the trend line yet, so there's still technically room for price to move to the upside. We've got the trend line not too far away, and if we go on the weekly, we actually come up to a very strong area of resistance, as you can see here. If I drag this across, you can see resistance all along here, kind of a triple top on the weekly, if you can see that over there. So kind of a triple top, tested it once, second time, third time, then it dropped. So we're kind of back at that same area again on the weekly time frame. So a really strong area of resistance on the weekly. Again, you do expect those sort of areas to hold, or at least give us some type of rejection on the lower time frame. So again, could be seeing a nice move to the downside for NZD coming up, but we are looking bearish so far. So won't be jumping into any sells blindly like that. And you see some strong bearish price action coming back into the market first. You can see the 10 a.m. close really bullish, just broke through that resistance as well. So there's still a room to the upside with that trend line not too far away, but nonetheless looking for selling opportunities for NZD USD, but currently looking bullish, so I won't be looking to get into the market as of yet. NZD CAD, similar thing to NZD USD, looking for selling opportunities. We are currently breaking through that daily resistance there. You can see previous resistance here, big push to the downside, went to go and test the 200 moving average from that same area, went to test the 200 moving average again, and then we had another big push to the upside. So it looks like we could be seeing price break through that same daily resistance that we're having in the market. Again, potential could be false breakout sort of situation where price moves to the upside, breaks through that area with a little bit of momentum, and then you see a big push back to the downside if price goes back below that resistance. So that could be the scenario. Still looking for shorts though, but you can see the 10 a.m. close broke through that same resistance that we had in the market. See resistance all through here. Again, market was just moving with that low momentum. Then we saw that 10 a.m. close just break through that resistance, and from then on we're looking quite bullish. So price again still move higher. Nothing says it can't. It can still move higher, but again, not really interested in the buying opportunities for NZD CAD. Only looking to sell, but with that price action, won't be looking to get into the market as of yet. Wait for the market to give us some strong bearish price action, and then we could look to short. But nonetheless, NZD CAD is looking quite bullish. AUD/NZD, this one we're looking for longs. You can see we come up to a really strong area of support on the daily time frame. If I drag this all across, you can see support there, big push the upside, support there, push the upside, third test, big push the upside all the way up to the highs up here. Then you can see we're testing that area again, so potentially could be seeing another push the upside from this same area, potentially going to the 200 average or even higher. Again, we could be getting a bit of a double bottom on the 4-hourly chart. As you can see here, we had a nice test of that support, push the upside, moved sideways for a little bit and broke back to the downside. So if you do get another test of the same area, could be looking to go long from this area, and again probably could be targeting the 200 average, not too far away. But first target will probably have to be the resistance that we had here. As you can see, it held the market and kind of just rejected us back to the downside. So first targets will be there, but probably expecting me to go and test the 200 average maybe, or maybe the highs up here. So AUD/NZD does have some upside potential. It's coming out some really strong area support in the daily time frame. Again, looking to get in early with a nice price on the 4-hourly, but again the price action is not really there. 10 a.m. candle did close as a doji, so again a little bit of indecision as you do expect at a key level of support, but I'm still waiting for some bullish price actions to come in there to get us into the market there. So we'll be keeping my eyes open for that, but no trade there yet. GBCAD, this one I was in a short trade during my live stream yesterday, but you can see that did fail to get that strong bullish candle to the upside there, took me out my trade, but nonetheless we're still in the channel for GBCAD. So the short scalp is still there, potentially again still waiting for some price action. Again, if I draw in the highs and lows of price here, so again a bit of a channel in the market, connected the wicks of the downside there, so a test there, second, third, and then I've connected the highs up here, so first, second, then we had our third there, and we when I had that losing trade. So potentially could still be seeing a swing to the downside, coming in at a better price. So if I see some strong price action that closes at 2 p.m. for the next 4-hourly candle close, could be looking to go short for GBCAD. Probably I'm going to look to take profit a bit quicker this time. As you can see, we did have a nice bearish candle there, go onto the market. We did find some support there, and from then the trade went to go and fell. So probably let's take my profit quicker. As you can see, the market is not really the best trending market here, kind of a lot of ups and downs. So again, probably is not going to be the one trade that just gives us some momentum like that, but could be a nice push to the downside, potentially going to test the support that we got going through here. And again, there's still potential that we can get a bigger swing and go and test the lows of this trend line. As you can see, a test there, second there, third, fourth, fifth, getting our sixth test there, so that easy can get another swing to the downside, go test the lows of the trend line, or potentially go even further, go and test the support that we have all the way down here on the daily time frame. If I drag this across, you can see here on the daily time frame a nice area of support, so potentially can get a test of this area here, support all the way across there, so price could get attracted to there again. Of course, going to be waiting for that price action on the 4-hourly, so we'll be keeping my eye open for that. And you can see we are starting to look bearish currently. If I jump to the 1 hour, maybe you can see really nice bearish candle coming to the market, so there is potential there, but again, we'll be waiting for 2 p.m. first when we're trying to get in, jump the gun with this one. So I'm going to be waiting for some price action to close on the 4-hourly chart, because that's the chart I used to enter and exit my trade, so we'll be waiting for that. But currently no trade as of yet. You can see the last candle did close as a doji. Don't really look to take my entries on dojis, because again, indecision, don't really know if it's going up or down, so don't want to second guess the market there. So we'll be waiting for some price action for GP CAD. And next we're going to take a look at NZD JPY. This one, again, we saw a nice push to the downside for NZD JPY. Again, we do have some resistance through the market all along here, but again, we are retesting that same area of resistance as support, so we need to keep that in mind for NZD JPY. You see resistance all the way across here. We did have a bit of a ranging pattern for NZD JPY. We've got the lows of price, got the highs of price. Price was just moving up and down. We saw a break to the upside, so potentially could be seeing NZD JPY either giving us a false breakout or potentially seeing price hold at that level in the market, potentially see price continue, so you need to be wary of that. That's still a possibility. You can see we did have a nice push to the downside, but price is kind of just moving sideways for NZD JPY right now on the 4-hourly. Again, it is support, so you do expect some bullish reaction, but if price was to get bearish again, break through that area of support again, we'll probably be back into that same ranging pattern that we've been doing since May early this year, so that is still a possibility. But if price does look bullish again from this area, give us some strong impulse candles to the upside, there is a chance we can get a nice breakout and retest, and then price continue to the upside, so that is still a possibility. So we'll see what happens there. Won't really interested in taking trades from this level anyway. If price would come up here, give us some rejection, and then give us a false breakout, I'll probably be looking to go short there, but as of yet, there's nothing for me for NZD JPY. I'll take a look at Euro NZD and Euro AUD right now. Okay, so Euro NZD for this one, we saw some bullish price action coming to the market on the daily time frames here. You can see we did have previous support in the market. Price did break back below it, and then we're back above it, so a bit of a false breakout there. But you can see a really nice area of support. Prior to that, we have that big move to the upside, so it's a nice area to look to go long in the market for Euro NZD and Euro AUD. A really strong area of daily support. We are looking a little bit bearish though on the 4-hourly. As you can see, we did have a nice push to the upside, but then lost momentum. Price fell back over, a bit of retrace, and now it's still looking bearish with that 10 a.m. close on the 4-hourly. So again, there is room to go lower. You can see on the 1-hourly as well, we do have some nice support where the market is, but again, the market is still technically in a bearish trend here. As you can see on the 4-hourly, still moving to the downside, so there's still a possibility price could break through this support and again move lower. We do have some support all the way down here, so potentially price could be on its way to go and test the lows of the support, so need to be wary of that. But again, we are at a really strong area of daily support, so again, potentially if price does lower that, if price does break that support and move lower, that could be the scenario we potentially want, because again, better price to get into the market and potentially to go long on a nice double bottom. So initially test there, could be seeing a second test, double bottom. If you get some nice bullish price action, could be looking for a nice trade to the upside, potentially go and test previous levels in the market through here on the daily time frame. As you can see here, support there, support there, support there, so it could be a really nice place that the market could head to, but nonetheless still looking to look bearish for Euro NZD, so room to go lower like I said, but bias is still to the upside for this one. But again, don't want to jump the gun too early for Euro NZD. So it depends where you have your stop loss really. If you have your stop loss below the lows that we have down here, again, you're probably protected, because if price does break through that support it's currently at, go test that for double bottom potentially and then continue higher. So that could be the possible situation for Euro NZD. And Euro AD again moves similar to Euro NZD. So if you do see another push downside on Euro NZD, more often than not you're going to get it on Euro AD as well. So we do have support running through the market all the way down here. Again, you can see support there, and again we're at a really strong area of support on the daily time frame for Euro AD as well. You can see support all along here many times, so a really strong area of support. Could easily see another push to the upside from a daily point of view. For hourly though, not really the clearest chart, as you can see, moving quite messy there. Nice push to the upside, back down again. Had a nice push, but again not as strong. And then we have that 10 a.m. close looking bearish as well. So potentially could be seeing price maybe coming to test it for a third time maybe, and see a push back to the upside. But it is to take note that we are making some lower highs coming into that support. You can see there's our high there, there's our next high there, and there's our next high there. So you can see we are running out of steam of that bullish momentum. So it's a sign that potentially could move lower. But nonetheless, if we do start to see some strong bullish price action coming back into the market from this area of support, it could be a sign that we're on our way back up. So for me, Euro AD bias is still to the upside, but again, not really the clearest market here. On the hourly, you can still see we're looking quite bearish as well. So, and the momentum looks like it's building up to the downside as well. So I could see price continue lower, go and test that support properly first, and then maybe get a swing to the upside. So that could be the case happening for Euro AD, maybe Euro AD and Euro NZD. So maybe a little bit of a move lower first before we see some bullish momentum come back into the market. So it all depends really. Have your stop loss again for Euro AD. If your stop loss is below that support, again you should be protected with that support there. Price could easily come test it and then continue back higher. But yeah, Euro AD bias is still to the upside, but a little bit of room. We could move to the downside first before we do get that swing. So I hope that helped. And I'm currently in no position as of yet, so we'll be looking at different pairs to see which potentially could be looking to brew up in the future. Again, GP CAD did have a failed trade there, but could be looking to go short back again if you get some strong price action, and that's, so we'll be looking at different pairs for potentially trades in the future. And if anyone wants me to look at any different pairs, any different charts, just put it in the live chat and I'll make sure I'll get back to you and give you some analysis on that pair. But yeah, we'll just be looking how the market gets on, and see if we get potential trades at 2 p.m. when the next 4H candle closes. Okay, so it's just gone 12:30, so I'm going to be looking to end the live stream now, but going to do a quick rundown of the charts since I last spoke at 10 a.m. So AUD still looking a little bit bullish. You can see we were looking a little bit bearish with the current candle on the 4H, but you can see hourly was starting to pull back up again. So the market is not really ready for it to be short yet, so we'll keep an eye out for that. But again, only looking for shorting opportunities for AUD. Currently none are presenting itself as of yet, so won't be taking any trades. EURUSD, we are starting to look bearish there. You can see we've definitely found some resistance in the market. Like I've been saying, this is a really nice key level in the market here of resistance. You can see test there, resistance there, resistance. So again, when I say resistance, we could easily get rejected back down again. And if you do, you could be seeing a nice move to go and test the lows down here, or potentially go even further and test the lows all the way down there. So price is still to the downside for EURUSD, and looks like we are seeing more bearish candles come back into the market and seeing some weakness of EURUSD to the upside. So could be seeing some shorting opportunities coming back in for EURUSD to the downside there. GBUSD, similar thing, we're still looking for those shorting opportunities. You can see we are coming back to the highs previously made on the daily time frame. Up here, so potentially getting a nice double top potentially on the daily, so we can look to enter on the 4-hourly. Again, price action is not there for us just yet. You see a bit more bearish candles coming back into the market, but nothing strong impulsive telling us, yeah, we can be on our way back down. So still be waiting for that, but again, the current candle for the 4H has still got an hour and a half before it closes, so we could be seeing some nice bearishness coming into the market from then. But as of yet, nothing to get me into the market. USD CAD still looking a little bit bearish. Like I said, we still got that daily support just a bit lower. So again, price can potentially move a little bit lower to contest that same area. You can see we're not too far away from it. So again, still looking bearish, but like I said, still room to move to the downside. So if you do get some bearish price, some bullish price action even in this area, could be looking to go long. Again, want to be targeting either the 200 average or the recent high that we just made there. So it could be something brewing up for USD CAD in the future, but nothing for me as of yet. GP CAD, this one I've been looking at during the live stream, waiting for some nice price action on the 4-hourly. Again, like I said, we do still have that channel going through the market. If I connect the highs and if I connect the lows of price, so you can see we've got 3 tests there, and we're having our 3rd test of the trend line now. So could be seeing a nice move to the downside. You can see we are looking bearish as well. Some strong bearish candles coming back into the market there. You can see some dojis, a bit of indecision. Then we're seeing a strong bearish candle, so it could be on our way back down for GP CAD. If we get some strong closes like we are having now at 2 p.m, could be looking to go short, and again probably be targeting the previous low that we made down here. As you can see, before that we got rejected back to the upside, so we could easily come back into this area and get rejected again. So we'll be looking at this for my initial target, but again, there's a lot of room to move a lot lower than that. We've got lows down here, got the 200 average, and of course we've got the trend line not too far away all the way down there. So a lot of downside potential for GP CAD, but we'll be waiting for 2 p.m. to take that trade. Euro AUD, again, still looking quite bearish on the hourly. Again, we did have a bullish candle come into the market, but then you can see the current candle is currently engulfing it. Of course, we've still got 20 minutes before that candle closes, but like I said, in the 4H for Euro AUD, there's still room to move to the downside. We've got support there, push the upside, got support there, push the upside. So again, still room to move to the downside for that 10 a.m. close there. Again, it could easily get another move to go test that support, another push to the upside. Again, but there's something to bear in mind. We are making some lower highs in the market. You can see initial test there, you see a second there, third there, all making lower highs. So again, it's not a good sign for the bulls. But again, probably get another move into that support area. And if we do start to break some new highs in the market potentially, again, that could be a sign that we could be on our way higher. But Euro AD is looking weaker as of yet, and probably similar thing with Euro NZD as well. They both move in a similar direction. So if Euro NZD is going to be weak, Euro AD is 9 times out of 10 is going to be weak as well. So again, still room to move lower, and you can see we are moving lower currently. Hourly still looking bearish. Similar thing happened on the Euro AD as well. Again, we do have that support down here, so we could potentially be looking for a double bottom maybe. Then we get that move back to the upside. So again, possible opportunities to go along for Euro NZD at those levels. So for Euro AD, exact same thing. Out the support down there, could be getting some nice price action there. If you do remain bearish, obviously you can go break through that level and continue lower. but only looking for longs at this moment in time for Euro AD and Euro NZD. So for me, if it breaks past this support, I probably wouldn't be so interested with Euro NZD as of yet. So again, that's probably the key level for me to look out for, both Euro AD and Euro NZD. If it do break through that level, again, probably go a lot lower. So price is still to the upside, but it does look like these guys do have room to push to the downside, so that could well be happening for both those pairs. NZD CAD still looking for shorts here, but nothing too much on the 4 hourly anyway. Hourly again still moving very choppy, so not really the best market that I want to be getting into now. The price action isn't really there for me either. Again, you can see we just broke through that recent highs there on the 4 hourly, so it's still looking bullish. I won't be looking to short the market just yet for that chart. And NZD USD is still looking bullish as well. Like I was saying, on the daily time frame, we do have this channel going through the market, naturally looking for that swing back to the downside, but as of yet, nothing really getting us in the market there. You can see we did have some resistance there, looking for the double top, but then you can see that we just went and broke through that same area on the 4 hourly candle there of the 10 a.m. close. So still looking bullish, potentially still looking for shorts though. There is still room that we can move to the upside. As you can see, we haven't quite tested the upper trend line yet. So again, price could be literally just going higher to go and test that trend line before having that swing to the downside. So that's still a possibility. Yeah, but so nothing for me to get into the market now. Obviously, still got about an hour and a half before that 4H candle closes. So again, still a lot could happen. We can get a really big bearish candle or bullish candle. A lot can happen in those hour and a half, in those minutes. So we'll be checking properly at 2 p.m. whether trades will be coming up or not. But this is just analysis of right now, and there's nothing for us for NZD USD as of yet. And finally, GP USD, again, still looking for shorts for this one. And we can get really nice trade potentially, but again, still looking bullish. So not really much there. Our eyes are mainly on GP CAD for move to the downside. You can see we are looking a little bit bearish. So if you do get a close similar to that, probably looking to take a trade and then move to the downside. So that could be a possible trade that I'll look to get in for at 2 p.m. if we do keep this bearishness up for another hour and 20 minutes for the 2 p.m. close. So that could be a possible trade. And potentially looking to target this area initially first. So again, not in any trades at this moment in time, but probably looking to take a short on GP CAD could be coming up. So that is the end of the live stream. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and also leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, join me on my Telegram channel. I left a link to that in the live chat and also in the description below, because I'll be posting a lot of different trading setups throughout the week and you don't be missing out on that. So make sure you check it all out. But like I said, it's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, found it useful. And until the next one, I'll see you later.